ABC 10 News at 7 starts now.
New developments at the home of missing Chula Vista mother Maya Miliete. This afternoon, police seized a Jeep from the house that she shared with her husband, Larry. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Maya Miliete has been missing for nearly 6 months. Our ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is live with the words from Larry Miliete's father that had a lot of people upset. Mimi.
And Steve, Kimberly, we will have that for you in just a minute, but things are pretty quiet now here on Paseo Los Gatos outside of the home. But yeah, earlier today they did take that Jeep outside of this garage here as that search warrant was served. So here's a picture of the Jeep on the back of the tow truck. A white evidence van was also parked outside of the home as investigators were inside. Chula Vista police didn't say much about why they were here again, but did say the goal of the search warrant was to obtain additional evidence and clues to Maya's whereabouts. Now, they've had dozens of interviews, search warrants, and also about 100 tips come in on this case. Other than the Jeep, though, we don't know what else was taken from the home. But as you mentioned earlier, Larry's father was inside as this was all happening, and he got into a bit of an argument with some of Maya's supporters outside after he said this.
She's missing. Now is abandonment, okay? She abandoned the family.
Oh, hell no. She never abandoned her family. Oh, don't even give me that. I don't think so, mister. I know her. She would have never done this.
And most of the supporters have now left the home. There is another search for Maya planned for this Saturday. Of course, if we get any new details on this case, we will let you know. For now, we're live in Chula Vista. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
And you can stay on top of any new developments in this story by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
New at 7 o'clock, we have just learned the punishment being handed down to a Camp Pendleton Marine who pleaded guilty today to stealing ammunition and explosives. ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner is at Camp Pendleton with the details.
In front of a military judge, the 28-year-old Marine broke down in tears, saying that he was caught up in a military subculture of theft and he was filled with shame and remorse over his actions. Inside this Camp Pendleton courthouse Thursday, Sergeant Gunnar Naughton pleaded guilty to charges related to stealing ammo and taking explosives. He pleaded not guilty to a charge that his conduct of receiving and having blasting powder was of a nature that brought discredit upon the armed forces. He was one of at least 5 Marines who have been under investigation, according to a source with close military ties, which ABC 10 News first reported on in March. Thursday, Sergeant Naughton admitted that while on active duty, he stole ammo from a range to shoot it at home with his friends because, he said, ammo is expensive. He admitted he also removed ammo cans from his team leader's home to protect that leader from getting caught, and he admitted to telling an officer to delete his Signal and WhatsApp communications. Sergeant Naughton also pleaded guilty to trying to dump evidence into a ravine, including about 12,000 rounds of ammo, 2 military grenades, and an M83 smoke grenade. The judge made it clear to the young Marine how serious the offenses are and urged him to not have anything to do with firearms or ammunition in the future. Late in the afternoon, the judge sentenced him to 16 months of confinement, a rank reduction from E5 to E1, and an eventual discharge from the military with bad conduct. Reporting from Camp Pendleton, Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Jennifer. A date is set for the recall election of Governor Gavin Newsom. Today, the Lieutenant Governor announced the election will be held September 14th. That's earlier than initially expected. But with Newsom currently doing well in the polls, the Democratic-led legislature voted this week to speed up the process. Republicans haven't won a statewide race in California since 2006. And our most recent ABC 10 News Union Tribune poll showed just 36% of Californians support recalling Newsom.
Many San Diegans are still having trouble paying their rent, which means that landlords don't have money to pay their bills. Our ABC 10 News reporter Adam Rakusin looks at the new relief programs passed by the state to help both tenants and landlords get through the next few months.
Oh, what a year and a few months it's been. For some, this pandemic will be nothing more than a memory, a historic time that they lived through. For others, it's a time that pushed them and their families to the brink of physical and financial collapse.
It's been an emotional roller coaster. I don't want to tell my kids we're going to have to live in a van, but it's nerve-wracking.
Not just for the people who needed a job to pay the rent, but for the landlord who needed that rent money to pay back a loan.
It's cheaper for us to live than supporting this other family in our other house.
The state, local counties, and cities have each been through different iterations of eviction moratoriums and rent relief programs, the most recent coming last week. Just as time was about to run out on the state's efforts, lawmakers cut a deal to extend California's eviction moratorium and rent relief.
Anybody that has been impacted by COVID that owes rent going back to last April, not just this April, last April, we will pay 100% of that rent. We'll also pay that rent, 100% of it going forward through September.
According to the National Equity Atlas, about 758,000 households in the state are behind on rent. The NEA's research says that equals about $3.5 billion. On a smaller level, the average families are behind on their rent is about $4,700.
The bottom line is this is to support struggling Californians, whether they be small mom and pop landlords, which is the percentage of landlords, or the tenants who are struggling and want to make sure they've got some stability.
Senate Pro Tem Toni Atkins was instrumental in getting the rent relief program done. She says it allows tenants to access rental funds directly if their landlord chooses not to participate. It also makes sure landlords can get money, even if their otherwise income-qualified tenants have already vacated a unit.
I think there were people that still, and there may still be people that don't know they're eligible for this, and that there are protections in place for both the landlord and the tenant.
For some landlords, an extension is not what they were looking for.
Many landlords have not received any rent since March of last year.
Deborah Carlton is with the California Apartment Association. She says most landlords have 5 units or less, meaning non-payments could impact their ability to stay afloat. In some cases, they've dealt with tenants who couldn't pay and didn't, taking advantage of the situation. The new law will add some protections for landlords.
Now what we're going to find out very soon is as landlords apply for funding, if tenants don't apply, we know that they probably don't qualify, and or they will apply and the state or local government's going to tell them you don't qualify.
Adam Rakusin, ABC 10 News.
If you are a tenant or a landlord who needs help, call the number right there on your screen, 833-430-2122, or go to our website, 10news.com, and look for this story in the Rebound section.
The San Diego Convention Center is no longer being used as a shelter for migrants. Last night, the last 11 girls staying there were either reunited with family or moved in with sponsors. Nearly 2,400 unaccompanied children who crossed the border spent time at the convention center since March. And Mayor Todd Gloria told our media partner KPBS he's grateful to everyone involved.
I think every San Diegan could be proud of what happened in that convention center, the way that all these organizations, public, private, nonprofit, all working together to just protect these kids. That's what we should do. It should be a no-brainer. And San Diego absolutely stepped up.
There will be several rounds of cleaning in the building before conventions resume in August.
La Mesa has a new police chief tonight. Today, the city appointed Captain Ray Sweeney. He is a veteran of the La Mesa Police Force who has worked with the department for 2 decades. His immediate job will be to repair ties with the community after several controversial incidents. Sweeney has released a 6-step action plan, including maintaining a working partnership with the Community Police Oversight Board, hosting planning and listening sessions, pushing more de-escalation tactics, developing a policy review team, and implementing mandatory critical response training.